What drives a father to set aside his own routine, just to ease his daughter's fears? It wasn't the thrill of the job that worried Emily Farrell. It was the journey one she'd never taken before. A journey through the chaos of New York City on her first day at work. He whispered gently, "Welcome to Humanity Tales, where we uncover the moments that remind us of love, kindness, and courage." Today's story is about a father, a daughter, and a simple gesture that touched millions. Stay with us as we explore how one act of love turned fear into confidence and created a bond that inspired the world. Imagine this. You are starting your first job, a milestone you've worked hard for, but instead of excitement, you feel the weight of doubt. Emily Farrell had just graduated from Syracuse University and landed her dream role in Manhattan. But the thought of navigating crowded train stations and the chaos of the city alone kept her awake at night. Her father, Mark Farrell, knew she was struggling. For over 17 years, he had commuted into the city himself, mastering its every twist and turn. One morning, as they sat over breakfast, Mark leaned forward and said, "How about we practice the commute together?" Emily hesitated, unsure if she wanted to trouble her father, but he smiled warmly and added, "You are not a bother. You are my daughter." With that, they set off, father and daughter, stepping into the bustling world of trains and subways, armed with nothing but trust and patience. The train station was crowded, the noise overwhelming, but Mark stayed by Emily's side. "Always stand near the middle of the platform," he explained. "It's less crowded, and you'll have a better chance at finding a seat." As the train pulled in, he guided her to a spot near the window, pointing out landmarks and offering tips he'd learned over the years. It wasn't just a commute, it was a masterclass in navigating the city. When they reached Penn Station, Mark didn't just give directions. He walked Emily through every step how to find her way, read the signs, and avoid the busiest areas. Slowly but surely, her anxiety began to fade. By the time they reached her office building, something had shifted. Emily wasn't just learning the logistics of the commute, was building confidence with every step. They stopped for coffee at a small cafe nearby. Mark shared stories of his own early days commuting to New York. The mistakes he made, the lessons he learned, and the unexpected joys he discovered along the way. For Emily, it wasn't just about getting to work anymore. It was about realizing she had someone in her corner, a steady presence, ready to guide her through life's challenges. As they sat together laughing over their cups of coffee, Emily looked at her father and said, "Thank you for this. I feel ready now." Mark simply smiled. "You were always ready," he said. "You just needed to see it for yourself." What happened next took them both by surprise. Emily captured their journey on video, uploading clips of her dad guiding her through the stations and sharing his wisdom. She added a simple caption: "When your dad has 17 years of NYC commuting experience and helps you practice for your first job." It was heartfelt and authentic, and the world took notice. The video quickly went viral, amassing over 1.6 million views. Comments poured in from people all over the world, sharing their own stories of parental support and the moments that shaped their lives. "This reminds me of my dad," one user wrote. Another commented, "We need more Marks in the world." It wasn't just a video, it was a reminder of how powerful small acts of love can be. This story isn't just about a father and daughter, it's about all of us. It's about the moments when someone steps in, not because they have to, but because they care. Mark's gesture wasn't grand. It didn't require fame or fortune. It was simply about being present, about showing up when it mattered most. And that's why this story resonated with millions. It reminded us that love isn't always loud or extravagant. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and strong. So, what can we take from this? Maybe it's a reminder to slow down and offer a helping hand, to be patient with those who are navigating something new, or simply to show up for the people who mean the most to us. As Emily walked into her office on that first day, she wasn't just starting a new job. She was stepping forward with the knowledge that she wasn't alone. And sometimes that's all we need to take on the world. Have you ever had someone help you through a tough moment? Or have you been that person for someone else? Share your story in the comments below. And if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Humanity Tales.